On the night of August 14, 2003, Maria Sanchez made a phone call to Mexico City's emergency services that was never officially recorded. In that call, she described something standing outside her bedroom window on the third floor, something that should not have been able to reach that height. The call was disconnected after 47 seconds. When police arrived 30 minutes later, they found her apartment empty. The window was open. Maria Sanchez was never seen again. On the night of August 14, 2003, Maria Sanchez made a phone call to Mexico City's emergency services that was never officially recorded. Hello everyone, I'm Fernanda and welcome back to the Hidden Archive. This channel is dedicated to uncovering the stories someone didn't want you to hear. The cases that were classified, dismissed, or deliberately forgotten. Today's investigation takes us to the Cerro Gordo neighborhood of Mexico City between the years 2000 and 2004. What happened during those years has been described as mass hysteria, collective hallucination, or urban legend. But the documents I uncovered tell a very different story. A story of systematic cover-up, witness intimidation, and something that defies conventional explanation. Cerro Gordo is a working-class neighborhood nestled in the hills on the western edge of Mexico City. In March of the year 2000, residents began reporting something unusual. At first, the reports were dismissed as gossip, but by summer, they became impossible to ignore. Witnesses described entities standing between 2 and 2.5 meters tall. But it wasn't just their height that disturbed people, it was their proportions. Multiple independent testimonies describe humanoid figures with unnaturally long, thin limbs. Several witnesses used the same phrase, like a person stretched out. Their heads were slightly elongated. Their eyes, according to those who got close enough, were large, dark, and not normal. The most common description was that they looked hollow, empty. One of the first official reports came from Roberto Flores, a night security guard and former military police officer. In a statement I obtained through a long and delayed information request, he described an encounter on March 23, 2000. He said, "It was standing at the end of the street, under a broken streetlight. At first, I thought it was just a tall person wearing dark clothes, but then I realized it wasn't moving at all, not breathing, not shifting its weight, nothing. I watched it for 5 or 6 minutes and it never moved. It was just staring. I got scared and went inside my booth. When I looked again, it was gone. No footsteps, no sound, just gone." Roberto was trained in observation. He was not prone to panic, and he was far from the only witness. Between March and August of 2000, at least 47 reports were filed with local police. Most were logged as suspicious person calls, but when read together, a clear pattern emerges. Unnaturally tall and possibly thin, pale or grayish skin, long limbs, large eyes, silent movement. They all appeared at night, usually between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. They were always alone, and they always watched. By late 2000, the sightings escalated. Witnesses reported the entities appearing closer to homes, near windows, on rooftops, places that would require climbing or equipment to reach. In 2001, a woman named Carmen Delgado experienced something she would never fully recover from. She lived on the 4th floor of an apartment building. She later told a local priest, not the police, what happened. She said, "I woke up around 2 in the morning because I felt like someone was watching me. I opened my eyes and looked at the window. There was something standing outside my 4th floor window. Its hands were pressed against the glass, long fingers, pale, I couldn't scream, I just stared at it, and it stared back. Its eyes were too big, too dark. When I turned on the lamp, it vanished. No sound, nothing. Carmen never filed a police report. When I briefly spoke to her years later, she told me she had been advised not to make a fuss. When I asked who advised her, she ended the call. Despite dozens of reports, no official investigation was ever launched. No press conferences, no public warnings. Every attempt to obtain information from authorities has been met with denials or heavily redacted documents. Some pages mention public safety concerns. Others reference the need for discretion. One document contains a phrase that stands out: containment protocol. Containment of what? Mainstream media ignored the story almost entirely. Independent journalists who attempted to cover the sightings reported intimidation. One radio journalist told me that after his third broadcast, federal agents warned him the story was causing unnecessary panic. He was fired the following week. So what exactly were people seeing? Across dozens of testimonies, the characteristics remain consistent. Height between 2 and 2.5 meters, extremely thin, almost skeletal bodies, long arms reaching past the knees, hands with fingers that appeared to bend unnaturally. The heads were elongated and hairless, the skin pale, gray, sometimes described as translucent. But the most disturbing detail was their behavior. They didn't walk. They stood perfectly still, sometimes for minutes, sometimes for over an hour. They made no sound. And when approached or when light was shined directly at them, they vanished. Not ran away, vanished. Between 2000 and 2004, at least 73 sightings were documented in Cerro Gordo and surrounding neighborhoods. The real number is likely much higher. Fear kept many people silent. So what were they? The official explanation is mass hysteria, that dozens of people over several years all imagined the same thing. Personally, I find that explanation insufficient. Other theories include unknown natural phenomena, perceptual errors, or something science does not yet have a framework for. Some suggest interdimensional entities. Others believe something has lived in the surrounding mountains for generations. The truth is, we don't know. And that uncertainty may be the most disturbing part of all. By late 2004, the sightings declined. No one knows why. Some believe increased lighting drove them away. Others think they never left, only learned to hide better. At least 4 individuals who reported close encounters disappeared under mysterious circumstances during that period. Their cases remain unresolved. These were real people. They deserve answers. The Cerro Gordo visitors remain one of the most disturbing cases I've ever investigated. Whether they were something unknown, something misunderstood, or something deliberately hidden, something happened, and someone didn't want it remembered. Thank you for watching this episode of The Hidden Archive. If you found this investigation compelling, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next case. We're just getting started uncovering. Check out these other investigations from our archive, including the unexplained disappearances in the Guadalajara metro system and the classified documents from the Puebla incident of 1997. Until next time, keep questioning, keep searching, and never stop looking for the truth. This is Fernanda signing off from The Hidden Archive.